And now, ladies and gentlemen, time for the panel session on AI and people analytics, a game changer for the HR industry. All right, so let's get ready and let's start introducing the panel. And please help me welcome each and every one of them with a big round of applause. I see a full house here, so should be a good applause here. Joining us first, Mr. Manish Shekhar, Head of HR, M&S from JK Lakshmi Cement. A big round of applause to Manish ji. Welcome to the stage, sir. Please have your seat. Joining him in the panel, Mr. Atul Dadhich, Assistant Vice President HR from Luminous Power Technologies. A big round of applause to Atul ji. Welcome to the panel, sir. Please have your seat. Joining next, Mr. Chandraprakash Jain, Vice President HR from Teleperformance Global. A big round of applause to Chandraprakash ji. Welcome to the panel, sir. Please have your seat. Joining next, Mr. Mohit Saxena, Senior Vice President and Head of HR, Bajaj Energy. Big round of applause to Mohit ji. Welcome to the panel, sir. Joining next, Mr. Joginder Singh, Head of HR, Sales, Marketing, IT and L&D from Panacea Biotec. A big round of applause to Joginder ji. Welcome to the panel, sir. Please have your seat. Joining next, Mr. Rohan Sahni, Director HR from Jubilant Biosys. A big round of applause to Rohan. Rohan ji, welcome to the panel. Please have your seat. And joining us now, the Honorable Panel Moderator, Mr. Pratik, Vaidya, Managing Director, 𝐸𝐴 Management Global. A big round of applause to Pratik ji. Welcome to the panel, Pratik. Please have your seat. Absolutely.
Just operate it from here, from the lectern. Did we miss anyone here? NAGENDRA, sorry guys, so he missed out NAGENDRA, so big round of applause to NAGENDRA. I don't see the energy here. I think it's okay. For the show of hands, how many people had desserts, gulab jamun, and so, okay, only one? I'm sure all of you have had said. And I'm sure that the earlier panel, the speaker also had kept you some warmth or some awake. I think we need a lot of energy here. So I would want, for one more time, big round of applause to the huge panel here, 7 people, louder here. So, with the show of hands, I would like to ask a question here. Do you believe that HR would be replaced by AI? How many believe that? Show of hands. You don't think so? Oh, you feel that AI will be replaced by HR? All right, how many believe, so it doesn't make sense to ask the other question, how many believe that AI will actually enhance and empower HR? Sure? That's right. So with this, and thanks for introducing the panel. So what we are doing today is about artificial intelligence people analytics. So what is people analytics? It's more about the processes in the workplace, right? How people processes, especially right from hire to retire, how you analyze the people, right from joining, then engaging, onboarding, and if at all the employee is going to leave, you need to do analytics, you need the data, and how it is processed. And if we are wanting to add AI angle in that, will it really help or will it really enable the HR to make meaningful and improvised decisions? So people analytics are very important because that will help the HR, as I understand, to engage with the employee, better employee listening, and improve the productivity. In the end, HR job is to increase the productivity of the employee so that the organization becomes more profitable, which is aligned, right? So we do have, so introduction of panel members are already over. I have also written some introduction. I'll straight jump to questions here. I've written some of the questions for me engaging with them. So Rohan, first question to you.
Sure.
How do analytics help organizations understand that people better?
Sure. So, people analytics, first let me define what people analytics is because that is the topic we are discussing. Uh, it's basically putting evidence before any decision that you are arriving to. That decision could be in any area. That's just basic principle of any people or any data-driven decision. It could be in process, it could be in anything. People हटा देंगे, आप marketing डाल देंगे तो the department would change, but the work would remain the same. So that is what people analytics, and that is the agenda that and AI. Obviously, AI is nothing, just helping us have better people analytics. So that is one. Sorry. Now coming to your question, could you repeat your question once?
My question was in the competition, how do analytics help organizations to plan better?
Right. Analytics, I think it makes our job lot easy and difficult. Easy because a lot of super operational part gets streamlined. Difficult because implementing it and putting your work exponentially higher to what you're already doing. So that is how it makes our life far improved in all of our industries, at least, if I can say. Yeah.
Great. Manish, while during the lunch session, we are talking about workplace. Am I audible here? Can I get a mic here? Because I tend to, I'll take this one. Okay. So, while in the lunch session, we spoke about workplace matrices and all. Which of the employee data is most critical to capture? So, people matrices and the workplace matrices, which is the most important data is for the employee's perspective is more critical to capture?
Yeah, I think AI is enabling organizations in moving from basic data orientation, going beyond that, and giving predictive and more insightful data. If I talk about critical, what we are using in our setup with respect to talent management, right? We are trying to proactively find out what are the proactive attrition measures, how we can retain our talents by analyzing the sentiments, mood, by analyzing the social status, social medias, right? We are able to retain our top talents. And of course, it is giving us a better retention strategy. In terms of productivity enhancement, me particularly, I'm heading sales and marketing. So we have improved our sales productivity using the AI, right? Our net sales per person has gone up. We have done a study with one of the big four, and then we have used AI to increase our sales productivity. So this is two metrics which I said which are critical right now.
And Nagendra, we called in you last, and you come from the healthcare sector. So how do you balance this analytics, especially, and if you've done something using AI in your organization to improve performance with compassion? Do you think the AI can actually improve performance with compassion? And have you done something on that?
So I'll start with the very basics. Since morning we must have gone through a lot of insights on artificial intelligence, machine learning and everything. We all have heard this quote, data is the second God, number is the second God. So what AI machine learning is helping us to get up? Ultimately, the kind of insights, the combination of analytics with the help of AI is actually able to make us transform from transactional to transformational leadership. This is what I believe as a gist of it. Secondly, with the augmentation of AI and machine learning, it makes us very much easier in terms of getting the data availability, data insight, and that helps in terms of the decision making. This enables us in terms of overall evaluation of the performance, mitigation of the gap, and we are able to have those things proactively with the predictive analysis and resolution in the least time possible. So this is what my understanding is about it.
Rohan, back to you here, is AI in HR real or just hype? You did speak about analytics, how it will help and all.
Yeah. No, so AI not in HR, AI in everyone our lives. I think all of us have our phones. We've opened whatever tool that we have, and definitely if not now, in the next 3-4 years, 5 years, it will be in all of our organizations. Definitely, it's not a hype. We have started implementing tools to solve our problems in whichever segment is important for us. In HR, in my specific company, we have not implemented in HR, but I can very clearly see benefits of doing it. There's certain work that needs to be done before I can use AI. For example, data cleaning, the work on which that AI will do. I mean, AI is not, whatever tools that it use. For example, last 3 years, 4 years, I've been trying to push people analytics within the company, and that itself has been quite a challenge. Even if it is with to basic data cleaning, and a lot of default biases are already entered into the data before we even take a decision. So AI will have a lot of challenge, let me tell you, to start analyzing data of a lot of these Indian companies. And once that garbage in, garbage out will start happening, it might create problems because you are trying to act on data which is itself biased and it itself
Especially
kind of
people are still way to go. It's still baby steps, I would say.
Right.
So fine. Mohit, during just the afternoon session, we were talking about how you managing the overall plant and workforce of you come from the energy sector, and so can you give some insights on how will AI-powered workplace analytics will revolutionize your employees and your workforce, especially the energy sector, and you have a lot of remote people working and all, right? So how will that empower? In fact, if you can just throw some light on that. You can share some experience if you have done something on those rounds.
Thanks for the question, Pratik. So even in the morning session, I was saying that.
I think your mic is on. Just check that if you can.
Hello. Yeah. Even in the morning session, I was saying that AI is going to be an enabler. So in our organization, specifically to bring it to the context, when you use AI or when you use analytics over your data, you're getting to uncover some patterns which probably on the hindsight, as a human being, as a HR professional, I would tend to miss out. And sometimes you're trying to also forget that even as a HR professional, as a manager, as a unit head or a product head, you may have inbuilt biases based on which you're creating a halo and horn effect of your past experiences and then putting out decisions over there. So when you really need to look at data, the data, if is analyzed in a proper way, will give you trends, spikes and lows of where the problem actually is. In our organization, we analyze data, like I spoke in the morning, we analyze employee sentiment data, we analyze performance management data, we analyze talent management data and succession planning data. So with this data when we analyze, and we also analyze upon inputs given by the manager in terms of strengths and areas of development. When we look at some of those data, they are very crude or generic or they are filled in with biases. But when we look at the last 3 years history of data, for example, in performance management, there was a constant feedback which affected the company's positioning as a great place to work, where there was a feedback that people believed managers play favorites and the performance does not play a vital role in terms of getting the rewards out. This was a constant trend coming out. We narrowed down that trend through analytics and found that it segmented to the mid and junior management category because they were force fitted in the bell curve. So getting to know that data would not have been possible if we were discussing it with managers. Then we revamped the process. We said that we will have a 3-level review of the ratings and see if there are any spikes, a good becoming excellent or an excellent becoming good or average. Needs to be questioned, the rationale needs to be validated. We built in rigor in the process. And we carried this exercise for the last 3 years. The point which came as a low area in Great Place to Work ranking scored the highest in the current year's survey in terms of scoring a 91 points on 100, saying that the employees said the fairness or the biasness of the managers is reduced. We feel our managers play a fair part. If I've done a very good job, I'm being rated very good and the company is rewarding me. So some things like this, and being in remote locations, when people give in some of their sentiments, capturing in those sentiments, looking at that sentiments from a root cause analysis, what can be done within the limitations of that geography, and implementing those policies proactively makes a whole lot of difference in employees feeling that this is a great organization which is somehow able to hear our heart. So that is where analytics play a role in making a difference in culture of the organization.
So I would just like to throw upon to the people here, esteemed delegates here. How many of you believe that AI is more biased, especially for hiring and everything? Only one. I mean, none of the show of the hands. AI is biased, but do you believe that AI would be less biased than the human resource itself, or the people, or the managers? Yes or no? I mean, either it's yes or no, guys. I mean, yeah, you wanted to share something? You say it's less biased or more biased? Less biased, right? Do you agree, right? People say that AI may be biased, but of course it will be less biased than the... So technology definitely is an enabler. You wanted to add?
Yeah, I want to add.
Yeah.
I need a mic though. I have something more to add.
Yeah, okay. So what we'll do is we will finish with the speakers and then maybe...
This is a very relevant time when I must make this point.
All right.
Since the panel is speaking about biases and like the data which is kind of bring in inherent biases. By definition, the AI is supposed to mimic human conduct. So if a human HR person can identify bias in a data, then AI is not analytics. It is, analytics could drive it, it's a component of it, but that's not what AI is. In fact, one of the hazards of using AI is that it mimics human behavior much better. That's what the objective is, right? So if a human can identify bias, then the AI would definitely identify bias and will identify it better. Now, it depends on the data that, so this is where the significance of data comes in. If you feed data which is trying to eliminate bias, then the AI will eliminate bias. But if you feed data which is or human conduct, the HR manager's conduct, if it's trying to play favorites, then the AI tool that it is, particularly if it is indigenously developed, then it will try to make this favoritism even better. So this is true for practically not just for HR, for any kind of application where AI is. The biggest limitation of AI is that humans don't improve their conduct, AI will make it worse for humanity.
I'll just add one point here.
Please add here. And then
Yeah.
I want to go to Chandraprakash. In fact, I
Yeah.
would just hold on your thought as well. Just hold on thought. In fact, by the question he asked, in fact, I just want to ask that you believe more, you handle more than 100,000 employees, right? How would, he was also talking about bias and all that. I think he was saying that more information you put is that kind of information. How do you manage or how do you monitor so many thousands of employees, especially the conduct and the analytics part? How do you drive those
Sure.
things?
Thank you so
in your
much, Pratik,
organization?
and good afternoon, everyone. This is Chandraprakash from Teleperformance. So we are discussing a very relevant topic, right? There's not a single forum which I go, okay, and I've not been for the last 1.5 years where I haven't heard anything but AI, right? In fact, in all of the conversations that we have, and this is actually, to an extent, a lot of hype around it, okay? But so I do also take sessions on demystification of AI in HR. So this is a very favorite topic for me as well. Now coming to your question in terms of how as a large organization, we are close to 100,000 employees, right? Only in India alone, 500,000 globally. Now what we do is we basically do not rush into like every other person in the industry, every other company in the industry that I need to go and build an AI solution that will actually target everything, right? And it'll help us resolve all the problems. It'll improve our businesses, our sales, productivity, and everything else. What we did was we consciously took a very strategic approach is where is the applicability of AI in our business? We are a large customer experience organization, right? Which means that, contact centers are the bread and butter for us, okay, in terms of the business. So that's the area that we actually addressed first. We partnered with one of the best in the industry in terms of AI solutions, tried and tested Sanas, okay? It helps us in voice and accent neutralization and also conversion of, voice into multiple languages, using of humanoids and agentic AIs, for that matter. So we know where exactly we need to use AI. If I were to put AI in everything, then I won't even have resources to probably monitor those, right? I would probably put in AI to specific areas which actually bring the ROI to us, which bring us the returns that we are expecting out of it. So first of all, it's customer experience organization. We got in a couple of very important tools as well. We are now partnered with Emma and Parloa. You can read about it. They are also one of the best in terms of AI players in the industry today. The second thing is in HR specifically, right? We address that, we have a churn rate of almost 50%. We practically double our headcount every year, right, in terms of hiring. So what we did, we basically targeted recruitment as the area where we would start using AI, potential AI technologies to help us with the most laborious task, with the manual transactional task that we have in recruitment, which is about sourcing, screening, first level assessments, and so on. And we did a pilot. In fact, we created our own AI tool. It's called Riva. And we in fact did a pilot of 100 absolutely humanless hiring, right from sourcing all the way onto the first day of onboarding, and we did that successfully. So we had those 100 hires, right? But practically these are at the junior levels, and that's what majority of our hiring also happens. So we have consciously tried to implement AI where we think we will definitely see the tangible results out of it, and not just enter into it like a mad rush. We have resources who are equipped and capable enough to monitor and address the AI components. And subsequent to recruitment, we also have done in HR help desk, right? Like customer experience, we also have HR help desk. So we created our own, agentic AI chats out of that, and practically we saw a 25% improvement in terms of productivity, almost close to 20-25%, 30% reduction in terms of the cost that we use for that. And yeah, we are still exploring a lot of other options. So I think,
it's available 24/7, unlike
absolutely.
HRBP who may be responding late.
Yeah, just one last bit if I want to probably address the question on bias, right? And that's a common thing that we always hear about AI and it's going to be biased. I have probably a contrarian view and probably a little bit conflicting to some of the things that you would have said. I think, AI is the most unbiased tool that you can actually get, because it does not take into account your personal preferences. It does not take into account somebody, let's say, I'm taking an interview. Oh, I like that person, right? Okay, because, wow, he looks smart. I said, no. I don't think AI will do that. AI will practically look for all the exact skills that are needed for that particular job. It'll give you a stack ranked data of who are the 1 to 10 out of it, and then you choose as well. So I practically feel that AI is probably the most unbiased tool that we have.
Thanks. In fact, I would like to go back to Atul because you wanted to address that. So Atul, now I give you a chance to talk.
Yeah, I just
and
wanted
then I'll
to
ask
say,
a follow-up question as
no,
well.
it's
I have
okay,
some
fine.
notes
Thank you,
made
Pratik.
for you. Yeah, Atul.
Actually, this is the same I wanted to say that, bias is totally, out of this AI. AI is completely unbiased, and they talk on data, and I fully agree with you that, this is a tool where we can remove the biasness in recruitment, in performance appraisal, in everything, and this is very much must needed for HR, like that. Yeah, please.
So a follow-up question on
In
that.
fact, I would like to add further to this point.
Interesting. So it's a
Because
very interesting
I have an
debate.
experience in my organization. Cement industry,
I'll not be biased right now for you,
Okay,
so that's fine, you can talk.
okay.
But just 10
So,
seconds more because I want to
we
ask
are a
some
very
question
we
to
are a
Atul
very
as well.
people-specific and people-centric organization, JK organization, right? So, in fact, we have also used AI to enable our people-centric approach, and be it performance management, be it performance trends. There were talks around, about the productivity improvement, and cement is a cyclical industry. So the ups and downs in the productivity keep on going on. So sometimes there are biases by the managers that, this person is not performing, check him out and, take actions. HR should come and take necessary actions and all. So with the help of AI, we have given them a performance trend of people, right? And then we have been able to convince them to retain them and accept them as their asset. So that is how we are using AI.
So Atul, going back to you, so you are part of a tech company, and if HR has to make decisions based on this, how effective AI results would be for HR to make decisions? It is an enabler, or even the AI is taking the work of HR to even make decisions, making life simpler for HR as well, or replacing that particular role to make decisions for HR?
So it will be difficult to give the complete decision making to AI, but yes, AI help in decision making. Like for example, if we talk about our succession planning, so whatever we were taking, based on the competency assessment by the managers, if we put on the AI, this gives us different leads or ideas that this person can take the lead in or the next role on these areas. So once we'll be using AI, not only in succession planning, in performance appraisal, or we can say all the repetitive jobs, we can use that AI, and we can smartly decide the organizational challenges. We need not to jump into, just for the hype that we have to adopt AI in whatever manner. We need to decide, first of all, analyze our own organizational challenges. Based on that, we need to consider the ROI. If that AI implementation will really give us that benefit or not, based on that.
So I would like to ask Joginder that same thing. In fact, you're part of pharma. So decision making, if you can share some insights on
I think
how AI analytics, if you're using some tools or things in your organization, and whether that has improvise your decision making, especially you heading that HR.
Yeah, I think, whenever we HR folks, we are talking based on data or based on AI, so definitely the discussions in the boardroom or the normal meeting rooms, it's gone to the certain level to the, instead of, facts, it's gone to the decision. So I'll just tell you one example, real-time example. We are proposing every day, every HR folks somewhere or the other way, they are proposing some or the other program. So we were proposing a program on an employee experience. So when I was proposing an employee experience program, so there has been so many questions have been asked by the business team, this question, that question. Then what I've done, I took a time, and after that I have made a correlation between employee engagement and the productivity. When I've made a correlation between employee engagement and productivity, the decision has been done, okay, let's start this program. It's going to be very effective. So I think AI definitely it is helping in terms of making decision faster and taking that lead forward.
I think it's always going to be enabler, and people who think, and I'm sure that people did not raise any hands, that AI is going to replace HR and especially HR jobs and all, and I'm sure it's just going to be enabler. For example, like how if you want to just calculate, say, 10 numbers, you use your mental math. If you have 20, 25 numbers, you'll use a calculator. If you have 100, 150 numbers, you'll use a spreadsheet, Excel spreadsheet. Similarly, AI is an enabler for making things faster, including some of the decisions. So it will do some things where you can make decisions faster, but it's going to be more of enabler here. So looking ahead, going to Nagendra, how will AI analytics and it will shape in HR? Nagendra, if you can just throw light on that.
Yeah. So I was going through McKinsey report, and it says that in coming 5 years, 30% of the jobs which we are doing will be outdated. So it doesn't mean that whatever jobs HR leaders, HR professionals are doing, it's going to end. The kind of work in the current time it is being done, it will be changed. The elevation of the role to be more strategic in nature, to partner with the business and contribute in significant way, I think this is going to be the future. With the help of AI, where I think the proactiveness predictiveness, and prescriptive diagnosis and solutions of all facets of HR are going to be readily available. In real example of healthcare is a very dynamic organization. It has a lot of attrition, dire need of key clinicians, nursing, paramedical staff, getting on board, and all those, getting groomed into the system. The entire cycle has to be done within no time. So definitely, like most of the organization has gone through the transformational phase of technology, in respect of technology, it enables us to do the things faster, which we used to do 5 years or decade time back. In the current time, in future, what HR professional will have to do is, they will have more space and time for the thing which they are meant to do. That is, to work upon employee experience, to have the navigation of the complex human problems, to have the multifacets understanding of the business and contribute in significant way. This, I believe that this should be the way forward for future of HR professional and leaders.
Great. Now see, Atul, Chandraprakash, and even you told about decision making by AI. It will help in it. In fact, some of the decision making is done by AI as well. How will you build employee trust? Especially you say that you are using a chatbot. I mean, 10 seconds each. I would want all three of you to just give Joginder and Chandraprakash and Atul just not more than 10 seconds. How do you ensure that? How do you build employee trust? Because do they really want to just talk to that particular AI chatbot or really physical person? So over to you, 10, 15 seconds each, please. Who want to start? You can start with your employee engagement thing,
yeah.
Whatever it is. Yeah, you can just say.
I'll just give one thing. I think, before, just wanted to say one line only, which is very critical, is that the most critical aspect is how to use AI is very, very important. Because everybody is talking about AI, but how to use it, that is most critical and most important, what I can say that. And when we say, when we are using, for example, and the good part is that because of AI, of course, the repetitive task can be ignored, and the HR folks can be used, using their time on the how to enhance the potential of the people. That's the main key, how to create culture, how to create, engagement buzz in the organization. That's the what, and the how to create the culture. That's the more critical things which HR folks can focus upon. So, because the rest of the things can be taken care by AI.
Sure, thank you. Just 10 seconds, probably. We need to build employee trust, and I think one of the best ways of doing it is to being transparent with the employees, right? Being openly communicative to the employees, telling we are deploying this AI. This is what it is going to do. It is not here to take your job away. This is something that is only going to enable you further, right? That's how we helped our recruitment team. We told them that and they were actually on the moon when they saw that a lot of their mundane tasks, a lot of their transactional tasks, high volume tasks have been taken away by AI. So if you are able to communicate correctly, appropriately, and actually bring the core outcome for that of the AI, right, deployment, that is what I think is going to build the trust for you in the employees.
It's a bit cliche because sometimes we do not, trust the results of ChatGPTs and Gemini and Groks. But how do you ensure that you build trust? You want to add something, Atul?
We should be very clear that it is not only AI. AI alone cannot do anything. You have to definitely use your own manual intelligence aligned with that, and that trust should be to your employees also, that we are using AI for enabling our performance or of our objectives. That does not mean that we are blindly throwing this AI results on you, and then AI will be definitely used in a way where the best options can come, and then we can decide like that.
Yeah. So just to add on to what CP said and others said, I very strongly again believe that with AI, you cannot actually create trust there in the first place. And we have never said that AI is going to create trust. The AIs, the virtual chatbots, or whatever comes in place is only going...
Sorry, can I have mic there, please?
Hello. So, I would again like to reiterate that the chatbots and the AI and all this is only going to help us in eliminating routine works, eliminating voluminous works, bringing in quality and efficiency in delivering those works which probably were non-value added both for the employee and the employer. The human connect, the people connect, the conversations, the discussions, the engagements still need to be the human way, but the AI is going to help these human conversations get structured in a manner that can be very well taken into a action plan or a developmental plan, and you can have concrete objective steps towards achieving it. A simple example of that is, we do performance appraisals in the organization. Manager needs to speak to an employee about his developmental needs, career progression, succession plan, career path. The discussions will go on for hours. In the first place, they will not happen. The HR will need to push the manager, you need to do these discussions, please do them. Then, when it's the last day of the timeline that has to go on, the manager will somehow fill in a form with some inputs, which half he understands, half the employee understands, and that's the IDP form. And then the HR understands nothing out of it. With the AI coming in place, with the manager talking to the individual, he probably can understand what this person is speaking and what the manager is speaking. That will get converted into a very structured template, saying that my manager said I need to improve my communication skills, I need to improve my time management, I need to improve XYZ. Program 1, program 2 will help me do that. And I want to become an engineer or I want to become a control room manager. These are the technical courses I need to do. Becomes very clear. So the people connect is always going to remain. AI is going to be an enabling technology. It is not going to take decisions. It is going to help managers to take informed decisions. The manager is going to take the decision, but with proper data, proper inference, proper patterns, which he would have probably missed out. So he's being a more informed manager, a more informed resource. That's what I feel about
Manish is itching just 10 seconds more, then I want to open the thing to the audience. Either you can ask some questions or you can share some of the things which you are doing it. So Manish, a quick 10 seconds.
Just adding to what Mohit said, when we are talking about employee trust, as an employee, what we all want from the organization care for us, it is compassionate, it gives us a healthier workplace to work, right? So if we utilize the wellness surveys, the engagement surveys, the mood analysis, and utilize it for well-being of the employee, of course, automatically the employee trust is going to come. So, right, so AI can be used in that parlance as well.
Wonderful. In fact, so there are some show of hands here. So let us see. Anyone from behind? So let's start. Can we have mics there, please? Microphones. Yeah. Okay. That lady from behind. Then we'll come forward. Okay. So backbenchers first. So not from front to back, but I would want them to participate. Yes. Just state your name and organization, and then what's the question? Is it a question or you want to share something?
So my name is Aditi, I'm from CK Birla Hospitals, and it's actually resonating with the two controversial thoughts that there were around biasness of AI, that whether it is less, more, and someone said that it is independent. I believe that AI is completely dependent on human intelligence. So if your managers, your team, and the culture is biased, no matter what the output or input comes, you like the bias once more. So it's as same as the human intelligence. And hence, if we need an unbiased AI, we need to ensure that the people using it are unbiased.
Very well said. Any other questions you have? Yeah, please. Can we have a microphone here, please? Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much, Pratik, for giving me the opportunity to speak. I'll just take 30 seconds. I'm Nitin Kapoor. I am the head of human resources of 𝐸𝐚, which is a data and analytics niche firm in the BFSI sector. Talking about AI, there was a CEO who wanted to test the AI recruiting system, and he put his biodata into the system, and the AI system rejected it. So he was the CEO of his company and he wanted to get himself employed. He put his biodata there and the AI rejected it. Second thing, JDs are being made through AI. Please don't forget that resumes are also being made through AI. So what is basically happening is AI generated job descriptions, AI generated resumes, and in the bargain what's happening, some brilliant talent who could not be interviewed because the AI did not pick up the things, you're missing them out. The last thing that I want to talk about is my previous background is from the armed forces. You can do data analytics with everything. Business outcomes, sales, productivity. You have to be very careful in using people data for doing analytics because what a person is actually writing on that ENPS survey, is that true or not? Is it anonymous? Does he want to be in that middle part of, being positive, negative, or, somebody talked about AI mood, this thing in the morning. I wonder if somebody is going to be allowing you to wear a wearable and then measuring your blood pressure or your other levels and allowing you to judge whether your mood is good today. So my only submission to the panel here and all the people with great experiences, use data analytics and AI for all the other business functions, but for people analytics, please be very careful because if the data is going to tell you something else, you might end up taking decisions which will take you in a completely different direction.
Thank you so much for sharing your insights on that. And I just want I'll just take last two questions here. Actually, I wanted questions. People are sharing their insights, very nice, but maybe question if you have for the panel will be really appreciated. So I'll just take last two, so here and here, man.
I know.
So yeah, any question, yeah, please shoot.
Sorry, again, I don't have a question. I have something to add. I'm Abhishek Jain from Physics Wala. It's just that in early 2000, when mobile came, everybody were not confident that they'll be using mobile phone or not. But today, it is our life. And 20 years from today, we'll be thinking that whether we'll be ready to share our body and mind with the AI or not.
Something thought-provoking. Yeah, you want to ask some question here, please? I can take one more question. But question, please. Kuch pucho yaar. We had such a wonderful panel here, a 7-member team, yeah, please.
Yeah. So hi, I'm Rachita. I'm from Dr. Lal Path Labs. And my first question was actually what Saurabh talked about, is that how we are managing with losing on the good talent while using AI, because a lot of people might not have AI-generated resumes. So that was my first question, apparently. My second question is that how AI can be included in performance management and performance appraisals. How do we look forward to including AI in this cycle?
Okay, so first, the second question is the performance management. First was about, can you just repeat it?
We are losing on the good talent while using AI for
if I can take
recruitment.
the first question.
So who's taking this second question? First question, you're taking it? You want to? Okay, fine, please.
So probably and in fact, he also wants to probably add to that, so I'll pass it on to him. But I think, I heard from sir as well and from you as well, ma'am, that, it's all about, are we losing good talent because of AI? Now, just take a step back and actually introspect. Do we actually hire a talent just because AI said he's the best? Or you actually then go ahead one step after that, and then you check for that. You verify that, right? You validate that information. So the point that, even the person before said, in terms of the bias, and we have been talking so much about bias. Okay, a simple point from me is, and probably just give a few seconds to think about it, right? AI is a tool. It's a machine. It does not have a brain of its own, right? It does not have an intelligence of its own. It's all because of the models that the humans have put into it. Now, what you need to understand, what you need to think is AI biased? I don't think so. AI is biased because it's a tool. It's a machine. The data which gets into AI, which feeds that AI, that is biased. That creates the bias output as well. Think about it.
I think, so thanks for that. But what Mohit also told earlier, that AI would help you to take informed decisions. That's most, and that's clear cutting. it will not replace, or you cannot take, so you to still decide for yourself. It will help you, acha ye karna hai, ye hai, but it's you have to still take a decision on that. It will aid you in at least giving some insights, but it cannot replace this, right?
No, but adding to your question regarding the right talent losing out, there's a simple answer to this. You still are in a better situation even if you have lost the good talent out. Because when you suppose you have a position, you have 1,000 people who have applied out of it, 999 are people who have faked it with the AI. You got them in. You get 100 out of them whom you are reviewing. There is a human check in it. You're going to talk to people and you're getting them. And if the good guy is lost out because he's not faked it with AI, so be it. That means he's not skilled enough to put his effort to get into that position. So you're looking for the best out of the fittest. So you've got your guy, you need to do the human checks, you need to work on it. It is more about quality. It is more about agility with which you're moving on the process rather than questioning the whole process. So I don't want this technology because I'm losing the good guy out. And I think that will be more stupid a thing to do rather than looking at automating your processes and being more agile, right?
So I have a question also, because even though I am a speaker moderator, but then we spoke about, starting with a candidate resume and people select and people are working and all, and we spoke about even employee engagement, he spoke and all. Any interventions, of course, when you have people analytics, especially non-AI, where people analytics are there, and we know that, okay, fine, this particular person or this many people would be leaving the job soon because of some X, Y, Z people analytics factors, right? How will anyone has experienced or by using some AI tools to have more informed decisions of really retaining people, because retention is more better and cheaper than actually sourcing a new talent. Yeah, you would like to say so, Joginder, on that?
Hello?
Yeah. Oh, one second. Okay. Perform management. Okay, we'll come back to it. So let me finish this, and then yes, your perform management question also will answer.
All right. What we have done, we have. Okay.
Sorry.
So recent. Okay. So you want to answer first?
Yeah. Can you repeat that question?
So she was asking about the performance management and how will AI.
How will we include it?
How we can include it?
Can I
Manish wants to add here. Manish, go ahead, please.
I have already included in my speech earlier. I have given live example of improving sales productivity using AI tool, right? And also using the performance trends, right? Cement being a cyclical industry, not in all quarters, all months, the performance will be same, right? So there are performance biases also amongst the managers. So we have used AI and put before them the performance trends of last 1 year, 6 months, right? In the half-yearly appraisals, annual appraisals, and this has been able to retain talents also. People who were declared as misfit or non-performers, with the use of data, with the use of performance trend, we have been able to convince the managers, the management that this person needs more handling, right? More touch, human touch, care, or morale boosting, rather than questioning them on the performance.
How did you include the market analytics, the market dynamics? How did you ensure
So
that the performance was not because of the market they are into? Maybe it's a mature market where we are already getting the business because of our brand name. And, it is the human effort that has brought the performance.
No, we have our market analytics data available, competitor data available.
That I just want
Yes,
to add,
that is
can
like
be
a
used in your
competition
targets.
mapping, right? They do
That
competition
market
mapping.
issue you can address in your target setting.
Yeah, so I just wanted to understand, is AI able to solve this through analytics, that we are capturing all the dynamics and then giving...
No, Dynamics, you will use a separate AI for deciding the KPIs of the targets. And then the performance will be measured against the target only. That will be a separate.
Again, you know what, AI you
I'm
should
still
use
not
for more
convinced
of
that
data
AI can be
crunching.
used in
Data,
PMS.
you use a large data crunching. And that's where like Chandraprakash, he has like 100,000 employees. Use it for large data crunching. Use for, doing shortcut way to just give you some insights on the information which is available. But again, do not trust the overall. I mean, you need to take an informed decision. That's very important. So you get the insights, let the AI do the large data crunching, especially in the workplace and people matrices, and then you take it ahead. Anyone last one question? I think it's a very interactive.
Thank you all.
Please, yeah. Can we have a microphone there, please? Yeah, across.
Sir, my question is to Mr. Mohit Saxena. Basically, Mr. Pratik has told us that we should talk about the AI in retaining the employees. Okay, so my question is the point of psychological safety. Like people are not opening up because of the psychological fear. So that fear they have, if they say something, and their bosses, their peers, their subordinates may take it in different way. So that psychological fear, how this AI will address in retaining the people?
Okay. I think a very good question. There's no direct answer to it that I'll find out from a guy. Are you giving me a genuinely fair answer? If the employee is an employee of the organization and he knows he has to give an answer, and it's not anonymous, he is not going to give you the feeling of his heart. He is going to say, sir, mera manager to bahut acha hai. So how are you going to ensure retention? What we do is, we don't ask pointed questions, we don't ask targeted questions. With the AI chatbots which we have certain questions which are designed around engagement, which are triggered to the person, asking him, how are you enjoying work? What makes you happy about work? What did you feel distressed about? There are certain questions on psychological basis which are being targeted to the individual, and he is only speaking out his emotions knowing that this is an anonymous feedback, because this chatbot is helping him say, I will give you solutions to address your state of mind right now. And in that conversation, the employees are actually feeding in their data. Someone is vocal enough to say, I am very frustrated, my manager sucks. Someone is like, I had a tough day, I don't know, I'm not enjoying my job, I don't see growth. All these inputs are actually getting captured. The AI in the back end, at the end of the month, gives us a data summary in terms of saying that you had this many employees whom we targeted, we spoke to them, this were the questions asked, this is the answer they gave, the trend we see is this. Those employees are from this grade bands. This is your mid-management category. It specifies the location, it specifies the grade band, it specifies the department. You get an analytics that people in this department are concerned about their manager not behaving well with them. So it will not be one person, one man, odd man out giving that feeling. There will be multiple such instances being created. That inference leads us to say that engagement is not happening right here. And that is where again I say, AI is not going to do anything there. It's the human intelligence, it's the emotions which come into play. Where we see these trends, we go back and we talk to the business leaders and say, we see unsettlement or resentment among employees. Let's have a charcha or a discussion over coffee. We talk to those people separately, we talk to the managers separately. We try to understand the behavior of the manager with people, and we sense problems. We take indirect initiatives to help that person change his personality, create an amicable culture. And I'll give you a live example. Attrition in power business has been 12-13%. 𝐸𝐚 survey results share that. Attrition in Bajaj Energy last year ended at 6.5. And that was because of this sentiment surveys, which we captured through the AI chatbots, which were built in our HR1, where we were getting these questions. We found out that certain managers in some departments were really not good at people management. We spoke to the CEO, we said we need to do a behavioral intervention. We got that manager changed to a different department. We brought in a new people manager there. We said that manager, you need to mend your ways. else we'll need to take action against you. So this was a live case which we did, and it came through insightful data. It didn't come on a click of a button. So you need to bring in that human engineering as well. So that's the answer to your question. Hope I have covered it.
Yeah, in fact, wonderful. So just, the data, the people and analytics data which you have, with that, you at least will be able to derive or insights, and that's very, very important, the insights, especially you have, say, 100,000 employees, 50 employees, 100 employees, or 500, or many employees. It'll give you insights. It can also help you or help HR, since I believe all are in HR, hyper-personalize the engagement with the employee, which in general HR it is going to be too much, especially see 100,000 employees, 1,500, 2,000, 10,000 employees. It will give you, it gives the HR the attributes to hyper-personalize the intervention which you may have to ensure that the engagement is better, and then help that the person is retained just in case he is thinking of leaving. So I think the AI as an enabler would also help or guide the HR for hyper-personalizing. Am I correct? That's
yeah,
very
absolutely.
important.
And if I can probably just give my 2 cents to it. One is that let's try and simplify things, right? We are overcomplicating AI everywhere. Take a very simplistic approach of what is AI, where you want to deploy it. And for that, I think it's very important for you to also demystify it in your minds, saying that AI will take away your jobs or AI will take away somebody else's job. No. Jobs are not going to be lost because of AI as a tool. It's a technology, it's a machine. It's one of the best, in fact, I think it's the most fascinating technology of the decade, okay, that we have. What will happen is, jobs will be lost of those who fail to adapt to AI, right? It's not about whether you know how to write the LLMs and the codes within the AI. Not required. You just need to know how to use the simple AI tools that are available, because they will be part of your daily life going forward, right? So I think that's where we need to probably demystify things here and ensure that we basically are embracing AI, and this is here to stay, right? It is not going away anywhere. So
Wonderfully put, Bachchan. See, we do say that things will be replaced by AI would be more of menial jobs, the rudimentary jobs which the normal HR has to do, like payrolling and things around, and even some decisions for hiring and selecting candidates and all. But the experience which you give to the employee, your own employees, or engagement which you're talking about, engagement which you give to the employees cannot be replaced by AI. This is what might be. So what we should change the definition. Earlier we had IR, and then we had HRs in the last 25 years. Now is the time that while the other work is done by AI, we should change the definition from HR to peer. Peer is like PEER, right? Peer is, that's what, you can say peer is like a buddy. But what is the full form of peer? It is people, experience and engagement resource. So instead of HR. So if you remodify this, and then you should not be worried about whatever AI is doing, and let it do and have you give more informed decisions, and you become peers, that is people, experience and engagement resource specialist, right? So I just wanted to add. So 30 seconds. I'm not giving chance to Mohit.
No.
But 30 seconds each. Future of AI in people analytics.
I just wanted to add one thing only, because what you talk about it, since from IR to HR and HR to now what? So recently, from 1st of April, what we have done, we have moved from HR. We are not calling ourselves as an HR. We are calling as an HE, human engagement. Our entire team, our motive is that we are calling ourselves as a human engagement only, because that's how we are going to play.
So this is my coined word about saying the HR should be replaced with peer. So you can definitely, I don't want to be taking credit of that, but then it makes sense, because you are a HR buddy or a peer to your employees, and also makes sense that you are going to enhance the engagement and experience for that particular person, right? So 30 seconds starting from Joginder, okay, and then we will.
So the future will be, I can say that only the repetitive task definitely can be, avoided, and HR job has to be more of coaching people, enhancing the human potential. That's what the job is. That's what I can say.
Future is good for all HR as well as employees. It's bad for the people managers like this. He mentioned the tricky ones who try to, boss around and bully a lot. So it's there to help all of us, and hopefully, when we are at a slightly senior level, it helps us make our life slightly more easier.
So I'm checking future is like 4 years, 5 years, or maybe even earlier, because we have so much.
I think the future is going to be really exciting. I see it brighter, and it will enable us to be intelligence-driven than the current process-driven. That will help us out in that way.
Atul,
Yeah.
Manish, sorry, then Atul.
So future for me, I think AI is going to be there. It's here to be. It's here to stay. It's a journey, not a destination, right? And it's going to enable us in making ourselves more productive. Right?
So fine, Atul, you want to add, especially for the topic people analytics. Just want to say that what is the next 3 to 4 years or 5 years of future in that? Yeah, that's.
So I would say that, every HR head or HR executive is a pilot of that organization, and then AI is a co-pilot, not that Microsoft's co-pilot. It is a real co-pilot. So understand that the AI, the co-pilot, will drive, help this pilot to take the right decision, right time, and right employee experience. Thank you.
Maybe just the last word on this is that people analytics is meant to undergo a drastic and transformative change in the next 4 to 5 years. Thanks to AI and thanks to probably even better technologies that are going to come in the way. I think the only way, or probably my opinion, is that the key to success here is to not to resist, but to adapt and embrace AI.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's give a big round of applause to the great panel members. And even more, big round of applause for you to being a wonderful interactive audience. And over to the organizers to just come in. Yeah, now I think I need to set here. Thank you so much.
Right.
I have some
Ladies and
space for
gentlemen, big round of applause for this wonderful panel here. And I think very interactive session, very uniquely done, and Pratik deserves a separate round of applause for his uniqueness on that. Now, to felicitate this panel, I would like to call on stage Mr. Anil Kumar, founder and CEO from Fox-Eye Vision. Anilji, if you could kindly come on stage to do the honors of felicitating this wonderful panel here. Thank you, Anilji. Please come. Thank you. We'll begin first with Mr. Manish Shekhar from JK Lakshmi Cement. Can we have the certificate? Yeah. Mr. Manish Shekhar, ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause. Thank you so much, Manish ji, for your wonderful contribution in the panel. Moving next to Mr. Atul Dadhich from Luminous Power Technologies. A big round of applause to Atul ji for his wonderful contribution in the panel session. Moving next to Mr. Chandraprakash Jain from Teleperformance Global. A big round of applause to Chandraprakash ji for his wonderful contribution in the panel. Moving next to Mr. Mohit Saxena from Bajaj Energy. Big round of applause to Mohit ji for his wonderful contribution in the panel. Moving next to Mr. Joginder Singh from Panacea Biotec. A big round of applause to Joginder ji for his wonderful contribution in the panel. Moving next to Mr. Nagendra Kumar from Max Healthcare. A big round of applause for Nagendra ji for his wonderful contribution in the panel. Moving next to Mr. Rohan Sahni from Jubilant Biosys. A big round of applause for Rohan ji for his wonderful contribution in the panel session. And now our honorable moderator, Mr. Pratik Vaidya, Managing Director from Karma Management Global. Big round of applause to Pratik for wonderfully moderating this session and keeping it very lively and interactive. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. I would request all the panel members and the honorable moderator to kindly step forward for a group photo. And Anil ji, if you could also join them for the group photo. Thank you, and I think this panel deserves one more round of applause. Wonderfully done. AI and people analytics, a game changer for the HR industry. And we had a fantastic 1 hour session with these panel experts. And especially thanking Pratik for keeping it very lively, very interactive. And thank you to Anil for doing the honors of felicitating the panel as well. Thank you so much.